Oh, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to today's Daily Peak. Uh, I. I cannot tell if I am streaming on Twitch or not. I'm hoping it just works. But, when I tried to access Twitch, it was just like a dark loading screen. My Discord says I'm live on Twitch. I'll hope that's just a me problem then. Anyway. Morning, everybody. I'm gonna get right on it and take my meds. My brain is not working all that well today. Very tired. I've just not taken my meds. If you guys need to do that also, I recommend you do it now. Yeah, I think since I've started taking my sleep meds again, it's giving me a situation of like, yeah, about half the time, it's helping me sleep better, and the other half of the time, it's keeping me asleep while I'm like choking on my own breath. Which, not ideal. Ah! Ah! I woke up out of breath for no apparent reason. Yeah. Like I was gasping and everything. I just couldn't. And I'm tired now because, you know. I have another sleep study in a couple days because, you know, I clearly need one. Like, it just kind of becomes more apparent when I'm looking for it, but I can trace back through my memories and find other moments where this shit's happened. It's a lot. Right, up to Ascent 7. I'm really sleepy, you guys. Also, Pathfinder had to be canceled yesterday, which sucked. But, I was having weird tech issues. My computer fully blue screened. Just in the middle of the thing. It was some, like, storage error or whatever. And right after that happened, I'm guessing as a result of the computer having to restart, the link that I usually use to get people to connect to Foundry just kind of stopped working. And one of my players had to walk out, which did not help the whole mental aspect of the situation. And like at a certain point, you know, you just cancel. Especially because they started having breathing issues right around then too. It happens. Happens. But yeah, that does mean that I have not done any tabletop games this week, which is a nightmare for me personally. I'm dying because I haven't done enough improv. And as we all know, I need improv to live. If I don't do improv, I shrivel up like a raisin. It's like that one house meme. No, the patient needs rat bites to live. Mouse bites? Mouse bites, I think. Probably. Who knows? Yeah, I'm having time. It has been super easy to get overwhelmed recently. Yeah, I've had to think about that college stuff more. I think I mentioned this last time, but I'm gonna say it again because it's still on my mind. Ugh. But I need to get out of the country. And also as like a secondary thing, see about getting a degree. What? Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm doing my best out here. I hope that's obvious. Yeah. Just, everything kind of sucks a little bit right now. For me and mine. Like, I don't know. I had a doctor's appointment, I think, earlier this week, and the, like, comical amount of loss I have had this year came up. It's like, hey, that's not good for your health either. Like, physically, that'll mess you up. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thanks, doc. I'm glad to know it is not entirely my fault that everything sucks for me right now. Not everything, but you know, that's the vibe I was giving off, I feel. Oh, glad to know it did emotional and physical damage. Yeah. Hey Gary, how's it going? I'm just out here complaining. Which I hope doesn't bother anyone too much, but, you know. Well, I need to get it out somewhere, and I only have therapy twice a week. Only. It's a lot more than most people. Perfect. Uh-oh. I think I need to like hunker down and focus on getting more stuff with the Dungeoneers of Kroya, the rules heavy campaign setting that I've been working on. I think I need to focus in on that a little more and see if I can get something running in the near future in there with that system. Because I really like the systems I have like invented for that whole situation. And I have several players who I have asked for help demoing some like character creation stuff mostly. Who have like made characters and been like, oh, I love this setting you've thrown together. Which I can only be happy about. That's great. It's a great time. Yeah, I need to get one of those games going. Also, I recently found out, in most, like, Pathfinder modules, the DC for a lock is not just, like, rolled once, it's rolled 3 times. I'm guessing this is, like a combat measure, where it's like, yeah, you can use... I mean, it's a balance thing. Because normally it's like, yeah, you use athletics once, or lockpicking thrice. What's my opinion on spaghetti? It's fucked up. I can't believe they do that to flour. Anyway. In most Pathfinder, like, modules, it's athletics once or lockpicking 3 times. And in my head, the reasoning for that is, combat-based. So when you're trying to pick a lock in, like, the middle of a intense situation where you are in a turn order, it's like, yeah, no, that's your 3-action activity for the next 3 rounds, but it probably gets you out of this whole situation. It's like a tension-building thing. I think that's it. That feels like why that rule exists. It just feels odd to me not to have a single set DC. Or like a cumulative thing. I guess it is technically a cumulative thing. But like, you know, make it like death saves. So like slightly lower DC, but it's like you're trying to get 3 successes. If you hit 3 failures before 3 successes, your pick breaks. You can't do that to the lock. You know? That might be how the rules already work, though. Right? I can't be sure. I haven't looked into lockpicking nearly enough. But it came up as I was researching, and now it's all I can think about. Hey, Digi. How's it going? I hope good. I'm having a sleepy one, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Site of questionable integrity. Uh-huh. I recommend just normal pirating. It's a lot more reliable, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about Pathfinder and how to make dungeons for it. Books you read when you were in middle school. Damn. All right, that's a pretty good. They've done some shit while you're away. Ah, okay, that makes sense. I personally just try to put as much shit in my computer as possible so it can function as a space heater. This is a thing that I made jokes about yesterday. My computer blue screened, so I had to like cancel Pathfinder. But it's like, yeah, no, I treat my uptime like a high score because if it's on for long enough, I don't need to think about heating. My PC does that for me. Ah, hell yeah. Good work, Jake. Some part of my brain was immediately like, is it a one-up with fortified milk or just like a recovery? But like they're the same. Like basically. So actually I don't think it matters if it is technically a one-up or a recovery. It's the same like level of skill. Quick swap, consume item with a low consumption time. It works. It's all. I'm just eat this. Yeah. I'm still thinking about fucking Pathfinder. I will keep thinking about Pathfinder. My brain will never let Pathfinder go. Oh, one of the notable things that I have wanted to, like, homebrew into Pathfinder... Oh, hey. Yeah. Alright. Chronicles of Ancient Darkness. Digi, that sounds like a good way to get cursed. Did you get cursed as a small child? You read the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness as a small child. Was the content very Necronomicon-y? Did you mispronounce some of the Latin and accidentally summon an army of the dead against you instead of for you? Anyway, still thinking about Pathfinder. Um, yeah, I need to run a Dungeoneers of Kroya campaign soon. And thankfully I am at the stage where I should be drafting out the like tutorial level dungeon. A boy, his wolf, a love interest, and the horrors. Oh, that sucks. I've had that happen, Jake. It be like that. I wish it didn't, but it do. Oh, this lantern's about to go out. I guess it goes into the abyss. Yeah. Yeah, I need to make the tutorial mega dungeon. And I have also been working on a set of archetypes, which have some like custom rules like embedded in them. Oh wait, hold on, it's raining. Like, I wanted to make a set of alternate crafting mechanics, where instead of spending extra time to reduce the amount of gold you spend extra gold to reduce the amount of time you spend. Right? Doesn't that sound amazing? But yeah, one of the things with the crafting system in Pathfinder is basically just, yeah, you can choose to spend your downtime crafting and get an item for cheaper. Like, the core of it is just, this is an alternate means of acquiring an item. Or at least that's how it reads to me. Which is a fine way to do it. Like, don't get me wrong. Okay, sorry. The group chat is going off. But yeah. Alternate means of acquiring items, etc. And, like, it being, essentially, you spend time instead of gold, is a sensible mechanic, you know? My thought is there should be the inverse of that, where you spend gold in order to, you know, make more material. Where you spend additional materials to make something in less time. So you can, like, oh yeah, like, I can, you know, wait until the next time we hit a town to get a consumable. Or I can just carve some arrows myself. And it's like, I need to have, you know, the exact gold value in terms of materials. But we have them now, and not the next time we get to town. Like, we have 3 more encounters to go through until we hit the next, like, shopping area. We need the arrows now, actually. Because, yeah, one of the big things is, in these, like, dungeoneering games, gold is less of an object than time, because you're going to encounter shit Like, you know, hey, we're on starvation. We're suffering from starvation penalties here. And debt is a more notable mechanic. It's like, yeah, instead of, you know, foraging for material, instead of foraging for food, you can also be a tinkerer and forage for materials and get like a little bundle equal to a certain amount of gold value. And you can spend that or art objects and convert the whole thing into gold value for crafting. And it's like, yeah, I'm spending a little bit more money now, so I can live to spend the rest of my money later. Because in a system wherein those materials get a little more limited, debt is a notable mechanic. And you have to, like, you know, portion out your time wisely because you are traveling in a giant dungeon. It feels sensible to do the inverse of the traditional crafting mechanics. I feel like I've restated the same point like 4 or 5 times now. Know that I am, like, as I'm talking, I am also developing the concept in my head. Because I have actually, like, previously made these mechanics for a different thing. Because it was like a, race to the bottom situation, wherein the, like, players in this adventure would have to, you know, use their time wisely, so there were cases wherein, yeah, crafting, to get a thing now, in exchange for not having to spend time going back to a town and getting it, is actually a good deal. Because the main thing I notice is, crafting does not get exceptionally utilized. Or, like, when it does, it kind of feels like you don't care about it, generally. Because there is that, like, oh yeah, crafting is just a way to get a thing, by spending more time, by spending time instead of money. So it's like, yeah, no, my downtime activity is craft item, instead of my downtime activity being something else. But I feel like a lot of people, like, if you're not a wizard, there's not much that you're doing in your downtime anyway. You know? Because spellcasters can spend their downtime learning spells. It's a big part of the whole spellcaster thing, actually. I'm just gonna use the Book of Bones here. I've well surpassed the threshold wherein it feels reasonable to keep holding on to it. Did you see how hungry I was? Anyway. But it's like, spellcasters, in their downtime, just kind of make spell. Not make spell, they learn spells, and they can do that from spell books, from scrolls, etc. And that is a thing where it's like, yeah, you can accomplish that in like 1 or 2 rests, basically. Meanwhile, you cut to, like, your fighter, who is not doing very much in the downtime, and it's like, okay, maybe I craft something. Except the only way to get any benefit out of it is to spend the next, like, 4 weeks crafting something. Meaning you need to, like, track the progress in your downtime for potentially multiple sessions. And at the end, you have a mundane item, which you could have just gotten at a town that you probably visited during those sessions. How is my day going? Jake, I'm getting the distinct impression you don't care about my Pathfinder talk. I can't believe that. Anyway. My day's fine. I'm very tired. I'm avoiding talking about my day because it's mostly just been me being tired, and whenever I talk about how I'm doing, I just end up complaining for 20 straight minutes. Damn. And it's like, fuck it, why not talk about Pathfinder crafting mechanics for a little while? What else am I doing? Because it's Pathfinder crafting mechanics or mental health at this point. Yeah. Crafting in Pathfinder. I don't love it. It's a system designed well intentionally, but only works in very specific use cases. So it is something I would like to rework, because I like the concept of crafting your own items. Never climb when it's raining unless the fog is literally right below you. I'll climb when I want to. When it comes to really small gaps, it doesn't matter. As long as you aren't using up your bonus stamina, it's worth a shot. Because it's not like using up your very renewable, like normal stamina bar is really a concern, you know? Oh, hey. I can unbones whenever I want. It's one of those, like, yeah, I could avoid the fucking using the thing. I could avoid climbing in the climbing game. Or I could give it a shot anyway. Because some of the physics behind lunging gets a little messed up. Yeah, you can unbones. If you use the Book of Bones again, you unbones. You want me to show you? Because I have food now, like it's not a huge... Yeah. I'm not bones anymore. Which, it does feel good to be taken out of one-hit mode. I'll be honest. Oh. Be. Blech. I swear, I'm gonna be working so fucking hard on Dungeoneers of Kroya. Like, the first game I run with that, like, set of subsystems, I am fully just going to live stream because I can't, like... There's no world in which I will be able to shut up about it. So I might as well, right? You know what? I should probably keep the fortified milk in my hot bar instead of the honeycombs. I very nearly just fucking hit the ground. Yeah, for anyone, and also do a daily peak playthrough to get better, hell yeah. Here's the thing, I do this to like have fun and shit. If you want to like meaningfully improve, I would advise doing that day's peak until you reach the top, maybe with a certain number of tries. Because the way I do it means that I can either get to the third biome and get a meaningful amount of practice in like half an hour, or I die face first falling out of the fucking tropics campfire and fully just end the stream right there. If you're training, you might want to make some tweaks to my formula, but otherwise I recommend it. It's a fun thing to do. I'm doing my best to avoid overwhelming stuff, and my brain has not been liking me recently. Is that a mirage? That is not a mirage. Yeah, I'm not doing much in my day-to-day at the moment. Much to my own chagrin. I wish I was doing more. But yeah. Yeah! Capybara, 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 go. I don't know what that song is from, actually. I might have seen it in an ad for an app called that. It's like some shit tier mobile game. Eh. I forgot to take my vitamins. I took my meds, I forgot my vitamin. Ugh. I'm awake, I swear. Yeah, Peak's great. Vitamins. Okay. Huh. So... How often does the antlion spawn like this? Because this feels counterintuitive. Like, should it not have a little thing to keep it from getting stuck under the sand? Like, I feel like part of the world generation should be don't let the antlion get stuck under the sand. Like, the antlion is a very obvious trap. So, like, once you fall for it the first time, you're not gonna fall for it again. Not really. But, you know. like... I still feel like it should be, like, unblocked, though, right? It's not, like, impossible to do. Oh yeah, I have the one-upped with a recovery fungus. If you look through my archive, you can find... The trick with the recovery fungus is you have to hold it and, like, charge up the throw as you are falling. And you have to hope that it doesn't go the wrong direction. It's one of the least reliable ones. Like, sometimes you can just keep it in your hotbar and you'll, like, hit the ground, and when you fall unconscious, it'll fall out of your hotbar and heal you. Other times, it will not have impacted hard enough to give you any, like, to burst into spores. And if it doesn't hit hard enough, then it just lies there uselessly as you die. So, like, to get reliable use out of it, you have to throw it. But if you throw it, it'd be like that. But if you throw it, then you're in the position of, well, I am tumbling end over end. There is a non-zero chance that I have just thrown this into the abyss and not wherever I'm going to land. So recovery fungus is a rough one. Is a rough one to do one up with. Okay, so I could go around. Dang. Can't believe I took damage. I definitely could have angled that better so I didn't take any. Like, if I hadn't hit the ground initially there, I could have slid on the wall and avoided the damage. But, whatever. I still think it's deeply funny how inconsistent the fall damage can be in this game. Or at least how seemingly inconsistent, because it is actually fairly consistent. Like, there are some instances in which I have survived falls I shouldn't have, or been killed by falls that I should have survived. But in most cases, like, you can pretty reliably predict. Like, one of the determining factors seems to be while you are falling, if you are looking where you're falling, that will reduce your fall damage. And if you intentionally jumped off of a slope versus slipping off of a slope. You know? Good work, Jake? I don't know. Yeah, the inconsistent fall damage isn't like a glitch, it's a mechanic. It's just one that is poorly implemented and explained. But like that big jump I took earlier, wherein I took a little bit of health damage that I totally could have avoided. Um, that's definitely a situation of like, yeah, if you tripped and fell off of that cliff, then you'd be fucked. You would take like a full health bar's worth of damage from that fall. But because I like hit the jump button going off of the slope and looked down at where I was landing, it made it so I could reduced the amount of damage I took. God damn. Buddy. Sorry, I'm trying to cook these scorpions, but they're not cooperating. Damn. Well, don't die. Blech. I could have sworn I saw a scorpion get, like, cooked and launched away, but I can't see where it landed, so just gonna have to give up on that one. Oh, wait. Hey! It's well done, not cooked, but whatever. It'd be like that. I appreciate you tuning in either way. I just thought of something. So, ordinarily, when you're jumping and falling, you can see that you slip a little bit if you're falling out of the air and you grab a wall. And that's like a grip strength or whatever. That's... yeah. The faster you're going when you fall, the more that you'll slide down the wall. I'm curious if the increased speed effect of the energy drink has okay, first, any effect on your grip strength, and second, a positive effect or a negative effect. Because I can't tell if I stopped faster there. I feel like I'm stopping faster. But, like, I'm doing a quicker slide to a quicker stop, maybe? I don't know. It's weird. I should spawn in a bunch of energy drinks and just kind of test it on a cliff for a little while. Let me just use up the last of this lantern real quick. Should be fine. a scorpion on my person earlier. Did I already eat the scorpion? Might have already eaten the scorpion. Right. Remedy fungus does not help with temperature damage. I really should have remembered that one. That's on me. Dang it. Okay. Last try. I, generally speaking, do not play Peak with viewers. Sorry, Jake. I mostly do solo runs. I'd recommend checking out related Discords or the subreddit. You might find people to play with over there. Tuning into live streams is not usually... unless they're like advertising playing with viewers, you know? I appreciate that you waited to build up a rapport before asking, though, because I have gotten so many people who have tuned in, like, first thing that they say in my chat is, hey, can I join? It's like, Daily Peak is a single-player challenge. I don't know what you want from me. Oh no. Oh, that's not great. That's really not great. Yeah. I didn't have enough stamina to make the run nearly fast enough. Alright, well. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate your viewership. And I guess I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Yeah. No, if you've grabbed a dynamite, it's already lit. And it's probably been lit for a couple seconds.